All right, this was about a female staff, man, a sexy female staff. She had a banging body, but check it out. She ain't nothing like the ones up there. These are the pretty ones up here. She had bad acne, and nobody paid her no mind, even though she had the bangingest body on the compound. You know, of course, they looked in the gunners and Talibanners and all that. They went, did they thing. That's when they, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna, let you know how this one go. All right, sit back and enjoy the ride. All right. Unique Mecca audio, man. I'm gonna tell you this one. This was about a sexy female. She had a nice body. She worked in the kitchen, but she had really bad acne. I mean, really bad. They looked like craters in their face. Her whole face was really bad, and she wore her hair back in a ponytail, and she always worked in the kitchen where they was cooking with the heat, so her hair was always, dry and frizzy. But she had a body like J-Lo. A body like J-Lo, banging body. All the guys, when we went to the kitchen, we all, everybody got a seat to look at it. We even had dudes that would sit in the kitchen, just like I'm sitting, slide their hand in their pants, and they'll pull their joint out, and they're under the table working it. You know what I mean? To this female. That's how bad her body was. And then you had the pretty girls, COs, like the ones in the picture, above me, they was gorgeous, complexion nice, hair always done, nails done, they was fly. I gotta give it to them, But the female that worked in the kitchen, she had really bad acne was the only problem, and her hair was always dry and kind of frizzy, and she wore it back in a ponytail, and her complexion was dry too, from the heat in the kitchen around all the hot stoves. So she didn't look nowhere near as attractive or appealing as these females that all day they in the officer's bathroom putting on lipstick and makeup and things like that. So the female officers used to come to the kitchen, the sexy ones, the other one worked in the kitchen. They'll come to the kitchen to go to the officers' mess hall next to the kitchen, and then they'll walk in the kitchen so that they could just get all the guys all riled up, because when they come through, dudes would be like, woo, woo, and would carry on like big kids. These are grown men, and the females loved it because their self-esteem was low, and they got a chance at that. But when they did that, the kitchen chick, she'll be sitting there looking all sad. So I'm looking for somebody to bring the pack to me, bring me the, things I need from the outside world. So I seen her like that every time they come through. So one day when they came through and everybody was looking at the sexy females prancing through like ponies, I rolled up on her and I said, y'all, you look better than every last one of them. None of them could take their makeup off and compare to you, And that's what I think make you so beautiful, is that you don't wear makeup. And she looked at me like, she said, but, my complexion, my acne. I said, nah. I said, look, I can see beneath that. Listen, when a dude, right? This is me talking to the female now. This is how it opened up, true story. So I'm like, when a dude get with a female, right? He's not looking at how pretty she looks, when he's in the heat of passion. Those girls are just to look at. They got no body. Look at your body. Your body is banging. Don't you see when, we come in here, everybody's staring at you. Everybody, come on. Everything about you is on the dime. She said, but my acne. I said, your acne has nothing to do with it. They got worse acne than you under there, but I respect you because you won't try and cover up who you are with makeup. You come just as you are. You got a beautiful smile, except for when they come in, and you got to kill these girls with kindness. When they come in, smile at them and act like they the best of friends and treat them like they on the runway and you know they the shit. And, you know, that's how you treat these type of, you know, people when these other female staff come in. And she's like, yeah, but they never talk to me. I said, they don't have to talk to you. All you do is let them know that you have no issue with them because they have an issue with you because your body is banging. You got one of those bodies that they would pay for. You know, and she said, you know what, you're right, because they trying to get the BOP now. One of the girls is trying to get the BOP union to pay for her to have surgery, you know. I said, surgery? He said, yeah, because they did surgery for someone that was overweight, so they're trying to get, you know, on the union to give them surgery to get breasts and they derriere done. I said, you mean they ass? She said, yeah, but why you say it like that? I said, I don't know what no derriere is. I heard it before. You talking about their ass? I said, yeah. I said, but look, they want to pay for ass when you got ass. You know what I mean? Won't you just sell them your ass? So we bust out laughing, and she hit me on the back, start laughing, and you know what I mean? So I look at her and I grab her hand when she hit me on the back, and I put it down. I said, look, you can't do that, because if these females wasn't in here and they seen you touching me like that, I'll go to the SHU, I'll get transferred, and you'll go into investigation. You know, staff is not allowed to touch inmates, and I definitely don't care about going to the SHU, but I don't want you to wind up going on an investigation and possibly put your job at risk, you know, because you're one of the best cooks here. You know, that's how I play with it, you know. So now, in her mind, she's thinking, damn, he looking out for me, you know. So now we leave, we go back. So I come back in the kitchen to the next meal, and when she come in the kitchen, when I come in the next meal, now she got her pants, you know, pulled all the way up, you know, where you could really see her cheeks now, you know. So when I walk in, of course, the other females come walking in too, because they want to go down their little runway walk. So as soon as they come in, I walk right up to her, because I know everyone is going to be staring at these females here. So I walk right up to her. I said, oh, I noticed what you did with your pants. It looks real good, you know? And she started smiling. She said, yeah, you made me feel so much better when you told me about them probably having more acne than me under their makeup. I said, yeah, why you think they wearing all that makeup? That's just common sense, you know? So she's sitting there now with this banging ass body, right? So I said, look, man, I was watching a video and I seen a girl on TV look just like you, you know? I mean, but you had a way better body than her, you know? She said, oh, well, what y'all watching in you? And I said, no, we watch music videos. She said, oh, I watch music videos. I said, yeah. So she said, yeah, I watch music videos all the time. You know, with my daughter, she's 9 years old. Da, 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 da. I said, yeah, how's her father? Father taking care of her? Because I know it's hard, you know, trying to be there because you always at work. So who's taking care when you're not here? Her father? And she said, no, my mother, me and her father not together. We ain't been together since, you know, she was 2 years old. And I said, oh, man. I said, he let all that go? And she said, yeah, matter of fact, he's talking to her. And she points out one of the female staff, you know. I said, get out of here. I said, how he meet her? You know? She said, oh, he work here. I said, your husband work here? And she's like, yeah, my husband work here. I said, so I don't know who your husband is. She said, no, because, you know, I work in the kitchen and they told me not to say da-da-da-da. So then now I said, okay, I got to find out some dirt on her husband. So now I go up to one of the pretty females and I talk to him and I say, you know, officer such and such. And she said, yeah, he married to my girl, da-da-da. I said, yeah, he's a real good dude. You know, and she's like, nah, he's a piece of shit. And she's telling me all this stuff about him. Say he be trying to screw all of us and da-da-da-da, you know. So now I go back and I tell her, I said, yo, I ain't know your husband was sitting there screwing all these other females. Why would he do that when he got you? She said, he's doing what? I said, wait, you didn't know what was happening? And she said, no. I said, oh, man. So, you know, we would leave, right? And I go back to the unit, you know, waiting on the next meal. So the next meal come in there, and I don't go to the kitchen. I let her miss me. You know. Then the next meal come. I don't go to that either. I let her miss me, you know. And then about 3 days later, she's working in my unit. So when she comes in the unit, I said, how you get in here? You a kitchen staff. You know, she said, no, I'm doing overtime because da-da-da-da. You know, and she said, but it's my husband. Really? I said, look, I ain't got to tell you all that, man. You know what I mean? I ain't got to tell you all that, you know. Bottom line is, you know, everybody already know what's going on. You know, I said, you too beautiful to put up with that. Entirely too beautiful to put up with that. And she said, I know. I don't even know why he's sitting here and he left me for her. We all work at the same job and da-da-da-da. And she going on with all this crap. She going on with all this. I said, come on, sis, don't do that. I said, don't do that. Don't even put yourself down to feel like it's nothing you did wrong. You ain't do nothing wrong, you know. I said, you're beautiful. You come to work. You take care of your daughter. I mean, you know, come on. You know, I said, what you do is go get your nails done. Go get your hair done, you know. And then I slid a stack of stamps. Yeah, true story. I slid a stack of stamps, you know. So I slid the stamps. And, you know, it was folded up real small. I said, yo, take those to the post office, go get your hair done. So she take the stamps and, you know, she go convert them, she get her hair done. She was off for 2 days. When she come back, her hair done real nice, you know what I mean? So now I was sitting here, I'm like, oh man, I got her. You know, I got her. You know, she come back with her hair done and all that. So now she come back, I said, you know what? You ain't gotta wear those prison boots because you work in the kitchen. You could wear sneakers, you know. So I slid another stack of stamps. I said, go get yourself some nice Nikes or something so you comfortable when you working. So she go get the Nikes, you know, she come back. So now I'm talking to my man, you know, and I'm telling him, I say, look, I got this female, she ready to go, but you know, I'm not, you know, no disrespect, I ain't into white women, and I definitely ain't trying to mess with no female staff, because I was already in Lee County when one of them turned around and, you know, had sex with all the inmates. And I told you about another video, I might do a recap of it, but I'm like, nah, I'm not into all that. So I put my man on. I said, look, I'm gonna put you on this female. She gonna bring the pack, you know what I mean? Because you work in the kitchen, so I'm gonna let her know that you my man, so you go work with her in the kitchen, you know, while you work in the kitchen. So he goes to the kitchen, he hollering at her. So while he hollering at her, you know, they talking, and he'll bring notes back from her to me, you know, telling me funny stories about whatever happened, and being you know, we fold them up like what we call a football. Y'all know what the little football is, little diamond shape. So we got to fold it up, so she'll bring the joints back. All right, so when she bring the joints back, I get it, and I read the joint, and, you know, I never send no note back with my man. So he'll go to work, she'll be like, yo, she'll ask him, well, what did he say? Did he give you something for me? And my man be like, nah, you know? And she be like, what do you mean, nah? You gave him what I gave you? I said, yeah. But why he didn't? He be like, you know, you're not unique, because he ain't gonna put nothing on paper, you know? So she's like, well, tell him to come down here. And he's like, all right, I'll tell him to come tomorrow because, you know, I got to work today. She said, no, you could go back to the unit. I'll tell him I gave you permission. So he come down to the unit. He'd be like, yo, Shorty want you down there. Shorty want you down there. You know what I mean? So I'd be like, all right, you know. So I missed that meal that he came to get me on. And then I stroll in there on the next meal and act like I don't see it. She'll run over there and come talk to me. And, you know, we kicking it. So while we kicking it, she like, why you don't be coming down there? I said, look, man, I said, no disrespect. I done looked out for you. I done, you know, got your nails done, and, you know, I done got you some kicks. You know, I mean, when you gonna do something for me? You know? She said, what you want? I said, nah. I said, well, you know, I ain't had no Starburst in years, man. And you know, they had these things in New York called milk chocolate, I think it's called, with peanuts in it. I know what it's called, but I'm just playing with her, you know. And she's like, yeah, you know, I have a taste for that. So all I needed was her to cross the line and bring me something from the outside that's considered as contraband that she's not supposed to bring, because then I got her. So she leaves and she comes back. So she comes back now, and she brings me the Starburst, and she brings me this chocolate candy. She said, is this it? And I'm like, nah, that ain't it, but that's the Starburst though. I said, you know, here, eat one of these Starbursts with me. And we talk. That's why she eating the Starburst. I'm flirting with her. Ooh, look at your lips. Your lips look good. Hey. I said, man, let me see your tongue. You know, she's laughing like, nah. And I'm not, stick your tongue out. You got a red tongue, right? Let me see your tongue out. And he's like, nah, it's orange because I like the orange one. So he stick it out. I said, oh, man, well, you know, they said, man, it's colorblind anyway. I said, you know, I could really just picture it sliding in and out your mouth right now. Looked at me like she said, ooh. So she's having a ball with the thought, you know. So she having a ball with the thought. So now her husband comes walking in. So her husband comes walking in and she jumps to attention, and I played off and I scoot over there with my tray and I go sit down with the homie, you know, that work in the kitchen with her, you know. So we go back and her and her husband talk or whatever, and she's like, you know, telling him, I already know what you're doing, da-da-da-da. All the inmates talking about it, you know, all the inmates we you know, was talking, you know. So like, I already know what you're doing, da-da-da-da. So, you know, the inmates ratted you out, da-da-da-da. Because, you know, it's the talk of the jail when a female, the same way everybody want to know about who's cheating on who, they want to know who's cheating on who in there. So, but she already knew it because everybody was talking about it behind her back. So we go back to the joint, and then now she comes working down in the unit for some overtime again, and she telling me everything that he said, this and that. I said, well, do you want him back? She said, no. I said, well, you know, my man feeling you, so, you know, you could go ahead and talk to my man because me and you just cool, you know. And she's like, oh, you sure you don't mind? I said, yeah. She said, because I need, you know, I just need some affection in my life. I said, well, you know, I'm not the one for affection. I'm an old gangster, and I don't do crap like that. You know what I mean? So she leaves. And my man goes to the kitchen and they start hollering. They get a little relationship going and, you know, communication or whatever. So they got real friendly with like how me and her was friendly and they talking. And, you know, then SIS, you know, the security team, they started watching her. You know what I mean? They started watching her because they was seeing that her and my man was moving a little too close for inmate staff relationship. So this how it all goes to an end. They in there, you know what I mean? She already bought the pack, was bringing us tobacco and everything, but my man was official, you know. So they in there, and SIS walk in, and she's at the front, and my man is drinking a soda, because mind you, he worked there. He's drinking a soda, and, you know, a can of soda from this commissary. He's drinking a soda. As he's drinking the soda, right? As he's drinking the soda, he puts the soda down. The SIS is watching her, and she picks up the soda and she takes a sip from it and puts it down, you know, and finish talking to him. You know, the next move, they came and they packed my man up and they locked him up for investigation, you know, for compromising staff. You know, do you know why? Y'all put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Let me know. You know, but they got him for compromising staff. And, you know, the reason is because when she drunk from his cup, they said they was a little too close. So it looked like something going on because ain't no staff drinking from no inmate goddamn Pepsi can, you know? So that's how he winds up getting knocked, you know, which was crazy. But, you know, he never got caught because, you know, nobody knew what was going on but me and him. So he just wound up getting transferred to another jail. And then she was there under investigation, and, you know, that's how that played out. But I got to get ready to go make some moves, man. I just wanted to tap in and give you that real quick for a little Friday. You know, how, you know, you know, it's just crazy.
Cheers, cheers, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, heat back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.
Paying your bills on time raises your credit score, right? Wrong. In fact, this is the first of 3 major credit score lies you're being told by the big credit companies. Fall for any of these 3 lies and it doesn't matter what you do. Getting to 720 and above will be a long, hard struggle, if you ever get there at all. In fact, if you're one of the 153 million Americans with a credit